What's up, y'all?
Come get this commentary.
The mess on these streets. I'm about to start the club up. Let me see who's here. What's up? Welcome to the channel. I'm Kiva of Come Get This Commentary and of Come Get This Commentary 2. You should be watching this on Come Get This Commentary 2. I'm going to go over Armon Wiggins' video he did a day or two ago. And I saw some people questioning about the seriousness, like it's no big deal. She didn't turn in a rental. And I'm going to give a little information on that and the severity of it. So without further ado, let's get into the reaction video. And be sure to hit that like, be sure to subscribe, and let's go. Okay, so I wanted to just show this really quickly because I was reading some of the comments in the chats. People were saying that she shouldn't have been charged for the truck. That was a check systems. Like if you have an overdue truck, you end up in check system. Check systems is for people who wrote a check, it bounced, and they didn't clear the check and they still owe money. That has nothing to do with a car rental, unless you use the check to get the car rental. Okay, let me show you a couple of things. I just Googled and grabbed a few things. Let me just show you these really quickly. So this lady here, okay, this girl right here, Cheyenne woman, charged with not returning a U-Haul rental. She is facing a felony charge for reportedly not returning her U-Haul truck, okay? If we scroll down, it says her bond was set at $3,000 cash, preliminary hearing. She has a felony theft charge, okay? So it's not, a little, oh, you just didn't return the truck. It is not your property. It is a company's car that you don't get to keep. Okay. Williams woman hit with theft charges for failing to return a U-Haul. I should have typed in Penske, but they all the same, right? She is in March for the theft of a U-Haul truck, okay? She didn't drop it back off. Look here. Arraigned and charged with unlawful taking and theft by deception and was charged on $15,000 bail. This wasn't check fraud. Okay, they didn't come say, we're going to put you in check system. Okay, we're going to lock you up. Here's another one. Let me show you this one. Hold on. Where'd she go? Look at her. Grand theft, $125K of a U-Haul truck. This is April 10th, 2024. She failed to return a U-Haul truck that was worth $125,000 that she rented in 2021. She's 40, charged with failure to redeliver a truck. Grand theft of a motor vehicle. As of today, her bond is $25,500. She remained in jail Tuesday morning. Okay, so it was reported stolen, and also she had warrants. So I'm sharing this to say, stop saying this is check systems. This isn't check systems. Do you know? Google what check systems is, okay? Because that's a check, okay? Like I said, if you wrote a check to get the truck, then that's an additional charge. A man arrested, failing to return the Penske truck, okay? So it happens. People do fail to return these trucks and they get themselves locked up. So this is a legit charge. It's not fake. It's not made up. And another thing, maybe the charge won't stick as far as because she did get locked up. However, if she wasn't supposed to drive it out of the state she was in, then that charge might stick. I'm drawing a blank on where she rented it and how it ended up where it was. Okay, so leaving out the state with it alone was against the rules of her contract. But yes, people get locked up all the time for not returning Penske, any U-Haul, Penske car, even car rental enterprises. It's a crime. You can't keep it. Don't matter why you got it. You in jail, that's not their problem. You better get that truck to them. And nobody's responsible except the contract holder. So even if you said, hey, I need you to drop my truck off, that person is not going to get in trouble. You are. Okay, let's get back to my commentary. But I just wanted to briefly show for the people calling this a check systems charge, or that there's no such thing, that you don't get in trouble for keeping a rental truck. You actually do. And it's not a sneeze. It's a pretty big deal, depending on how long and the value of the truck. Okay, so hopefully with the video clip, which I had recorded that the other day, that people understand the severity of not turning in rentals. It's a thing. And I just randomly searched and grabbed some, and the latest one was posted was for this year. Okay, it's not a, they don't really care. They just put you in check systems. And I was looking in the comments, and people was under that girl comment, oh yeah, go to check system. Check systems is for writing a check. I'm not gonna put it on the screen. You know how to Google. Type in what is check systems. It is for verifying that you've never bounced a check. How many checkings accounts have you had? What's happened with your checking, writing history, and things of that nature. It's nothing to do with U-Haul, and if you don't return a car or a rental, you're going to go into check systems unless okay, you wrote a check for the U-Haul or the Penske, right, or whatever enterprise. Okay, so Armon Wiggins addressed her being in jail. Obviously she's out of jail, but he made some really good points in this, and I wanted to go over it with you and get your thoughts down below. If you've already watched, comment, let me know what you think about it. If you haven't watched, check it out with me. Let's get into this reaction video right here. Let me put up my banner. Okay, put up my banner, and let's see what's happening with this conversation, because I saw some of it and I loved it.
Is that when she left here, she went to Vegas. And she told me she was going to Vegas. I was like, okay, so they left right away. They went to Vegas, and she did an Instagram live, and I was like, oh, okay, she's in Vegas doing her thing. You know, I was reaching out to her to see how the interview went, because a lot of you guys watched the interview. A lot of you guys had a lot to say, you know, about the allegations that she made against Nicki and Mary J. Blige and Diddy. You guys really enjoyed the interview. I was making sure that she was good with it, you know, because I heard some things that she felt like she had looked crazy or whatever the case may be. And I'm
no, ma'am. How? Absolutely. Jag does everything she can to make herself look crazy on the internet. Okay. Sometimes she looks normal and does normal things. 90% of the time I see her, she's doing something to make her look crazy on her own accord. No one's helping her do that. So yeah, no.
I'm just like, well, girl, I wasn't here to make you look crazy. I wasn't here to make you look any kind of way. I was just here to ask the question. So I had reached out to her. She had ended up sending me her number, but then I had got busy, so I didn't end up talking to her. And then I see that she's been locked up. Now, one thing that's important to know, that she knew that she had this warrant in Dallas. So
true.
She said that she was going back to court anyway, or she was supposed to be fighting it. So for me, this is no surprise to me that she ended up being locked up, but I'm just surprised that she went back there and got caught. Now, here's my things with Jaguar Wright. People are saying that the boyfriend is not ready to, is not supporting her, is not bailing her out. I don't know any of this. They're saying that, you know, the boyfriend's wife is filing for divorce because allegedly.
That's messy. She always, that is messy. Remember with the last ex, all that's messy. It's messy. Both of them had issues with exes. Ooh, child, the mess is messing. I'm here for the mess. I'm here to watch it, conversate on it, because the mess is definitely messing.
Actually, he's married and he's been sleeping with Jaguar Wright. All of this stuff I did not know, because when I came here, when they came here, they seemed very, very happy. They seemed very, very content. He seemed like that was his woman. She seemed like that was her man. And according to, you know, them, she was staying here in LA and she was going to be doing her thing with her man.
And this is with someone that he just met. Y'all hear me make a little joke saying he met her 33 minutes ago, but basically that's how long they've known each other, right? Not even 60 days. Now, yes, I have heard about true love. I met my husband on Monday. We got married on Friday. We've been together 15, 30, 20 years. Those stories exist. They do. They're a rarity, but they do exist. Okay. So my gut don't tell me this is one of those stories, because she said with the last girlfriend, she had her by the face, looking her in the eye. Do you hear me? You the love of my life. I love you. Blah, blah, blah. And of course, because shit went left, I was faking it the whole time and blah, blah, blah. Either way, let me know down in the comments. Do you feel this is a clout chase from Odell? That's the guy's name. Do you feel, because negative or positive press, okay, it's still press. It's still press. So could Odell be using her just to get whatever businesses or things that he do even more into the algorithm, wherever his state? I can't remember what exactly he do, but whatever it is he do, could having Jag be bolstering him up on the ladder of whatever success looks like for him? And when he's done with Jag, because of course, with all the controversy and BS going on with her, he could really dump her, not fuck with her, simply based on her behaviors and what he see and what she got going on. Okay. And people would be like, you did the right thing. They would either be for it or against it. But in the end, he would get to be the victim. Okay. And tell his story. Let me know down in the comments. What do you think about him?
He was like her interim manager. It was a thing. They had everything worked out. So I don't know. I would just say for Jaguar Wright, because she was also talking about she's having a birthday party. She's got these networks happening. She's in a movie coming up.
What movie? I'm here for it. What Tubi movie? Where we at? Tubi, Crackle. Crackle's a good platform. I watch Crackle. What are we doing? Maybe it's Hulu, maybe it's Netflix. Who knows? Definitely keep us posted, somebody. We want to know, because I'm here to watch it and get my commentary on it.
Her Philadelphia is happening. She's having a major interview coming up.
Philadelphia been happening, child. What is she doing with the salve? Wasn't she selling some blessed salve? Did she pray over it or something? She had like some ointment to sell. What happened to that? Okay, what happened to, she got some little website, not Zulu, not Zulu. It was some little View It. Is we doing that? She got her hands in a lot of pots, but she's not able to finish the project. Okay, so that's another thing for me too. Just watching her on the outside looking in, you got your irons in the fire of a lot of things, but nothing seems to like come together and say, here's that. So far, the only thing that came together is her being trapped on the blue couch. And I said what I said on my opinion on that. Okay. Other than that, I would love to see simply her get something, stick with it, and it makes her some money so she can really stop being homeless and have some stability. Living in hotels, okay, you're not homeless per se, but you don't own it. Even if it's a rental, because I know you don't own a rental home, but you don't have the freedom to make any decisions to some degree. You know what I'm saying? And hotels are expensive. They truly can't be forever unless she's got that kind of money. Now, she did state she got income overseas. It's $45 million. Everybody heard her say it. So maybe she's dipping into those funds, honey. I don't know. But maybe she do got a documentary coming. That'll bring some income. Definitely, we know real life, the blue couch just provided her with some income, but child, pick some. We want to see something work for the lady, right? But another thing, I don't think she's able to hold any real connections because she's known to blast the people she worked with when nothing goes her way. How will she work with someone if she don't like the terms, or they have to come to a mutual agreement? Either we can do it this here, and maybe they want more control, not control of her, but professionalism. I can't work with you when you're slandering celebrities, because that's going to fuck up my bag, right? And maybe she feel, I'm telling you the truth. Okay, but you can't tell that truth on my platform working with me. You can't bring this stuff up. And then she don't want to work with him. Like, I don't know.
And also, she said she's getting back into her music. So for me, I would think that, hey, Jaguar was trying to be on the right page. You know, she's been seen with Tiffany Haddish. She has friends like Lunel and Monifa. So people do like her. However, she does come across very boisterous on the internet with a lot of the things that she says.
Boisterous.
And people are kind of turned off by it.
I like
now,
the
for
word.
me, I don't know whether to say Jaguar Wright is crazy or not, because a lot of the things she said, people have not came out to sue her for it.
Let me put this up really quick. Let me see, do I got this? Listen, when I saw this comment, it makes a lot of sense. Nobody is going to waste money suing someone who has documented mental illness and no assets. To sue her would be to acknowledge her. Mind you, it's not about acknowledging her. Acknowledgement doesn't always mean guilt. Okay, just so we can be clear. Acknowledgement doesn't always say guilt. Acknowledgement is just Jag does want to be acknowledged by the heavy hitters in the industry. If Diddy, Jay-Z, Beyonce, all of these people up in that level of popularity was to acknowledge anything she said, whether it was to debunk it or acknowledge, yes, she's telling the truth, which they would never, even if it was true, right? That gives her more leverage up to keep spewing stuff. Okay, so let's say it's true. Even still, they don't want to acknowledge her because, one, they'll get in trouble. Okay, two, it's a lie, and to acknowledge her, still it'll level her up because, oh, the superstars is she got them, she got them press. So to just leave her where she is quietly, not spend money to get no money. You know, they love saying she ain't suing. Lawyers aren't free. Even with, look at Cardi B. I hate to bring her up, but I'm only bringing her up because she was talking about Target being a little more expensive. Maybe it was I don't remember. But I like superstars who are caught shopping at regular, stores, Target, Marshalls, things of that nature, right? And they do want to, some are frugal in the sense they don't want to just bullshit their money away. Okay. Going after Jag, she doesn't even have an address, an acknowledgement. If you saw Jag's mother's funeral today, when they named off the siblings, they said such and such sibling from Florida, such and such sibling from here, Jacqueline Wright. Boom. Couldn't even put an area where she lived. Okay. I don't think it was shade. I think it was the fact. She doesn't have a home place. So what are we suing? That's just my thought. But I like that comment. Let me know down below. What do you think about what she said?
So at the end of the day, who am I to say this woman is crazy? I asked her, was she crazy right then and there? She said no. I asked her about the allegations. I asked her about throwing her son's ashes out. She told me that, she did that to frighten the men from picking her up and body slamming her.
He mustn't see the video. Our mom mustn't see the video of her throwing the ashes. It wasn't to frighten anyone. It was to be crazy, to appear even crazier, and to desecrate her son's ashes. Because if I remember the video, correct me if I'm wrong, she was actively trying to fight the men. She wasn't afraid of none of them. She's screaming she's going to kill him in that particular video. No, I don't have it. I'm not going to go look it up. It's all over the internet. You can look it up. So I don't think he saw the video in order to have had a point to it. But, Jag not going to tell the truth on a lot of things anyway. So
she was a voodoo priestess, and that I wouldn't understand why she did it. So for me,
can I say one more thing? Voodoo priestesses, could you chime in? If you're a voodoo priest, do y'all use your powers to get housing and employment? What exactly do voodoo priests do? You just put voodoo on people, to the good up to the bad? Because wouldn't you voodooize yourself, okay, so that you can have a little something? I don't know how the voodoo stuff work. Comment below. Let me know what the voodoo stuff do. Because voodoo priestesses that's homeless, living pillar to post, I didn't even know that was a thing. I thought voodoo priestesses kind of had a little you know, their little home and they do their little read. I don't know, do they do read and shot? I don't know. But I need all the voodoo priestesses to chime in and let me know, would you not use your powers, okay, to better yourself? Or is that possible? Like, does that go against the realm? You know, I don't know. Chime in.
I hope that Jaguar Wright is well. I hope that she is getting the help that she needs and getting the support that she needs, you know, and I don't know. I don't know what to make of this situation, but I do think as though if she does want to get her career and her livelihood back in the right place, she's going to have to tie up these loose ends. There's no way that you're going to be able to be successful and move around throughout the country, throughout the world, if you are on do not fly list, if you are being locked up for not returning things. Now, she's told me that, you know, she has plenty of money. She also said that she has a condo, a house, and I think she has like a mobile home, or she said she had 3 pieces of property. Okay. One of the properties apparently are out of the country. This is not me. This is what she's saying. So at the end of the day, I don't know.
So she has houses allegedly, but she's choosing not to live in them. And she's choosing not to live in them because Jay-Z, Diddy are allegedly after her, but she lives in these various hotels, going live, constantly going live, reporting from her area, but she's scared that they're going to come and kill her or find her, allegedly. But she has homes. So she had these homes when she and Mama Francis and her son got evicted, because they got threw out on the street. We're not going to go back down memory lane because it's all over the internet. But Mama Francis, her and her son was threw out on the street, and she was making her mom search through their belongings for her pocketbook. Okay. Cussing and fussing while she was online, you know, making sure she walked around the neighborhood. So she had housing then? She had property then? Or was it tied up in red tape? Okay. And she has money. Okay.
Now, a lot of people are dragging it. A lot of people are happy that she's in jail. They said this is the karma that she gets because she's talking about celebrities. A lot of people say that she's bitter, she's jealous, she's angry. And I don't know. I just think that she's a very interesting storyteller. I
like that he says storyteller. I am not happy she's in jail like rah, but I was happy that she was locked up because I thought she would not fuck up her mom's funeral. Now, the funeral was today. Excuse me, from what I saw and what everybody saw when we watched it, she didn't show up. Could she have been hog-tied in the back of the church quietly with an apple in her mouth? Maybe, I don't know. But the services from what they showed were not interrupted. And what a relief it was to see. So I did, and I stand by what I said. When she was locked up, I wanted her to stay there to Monday and watch the funeral online. So that, but like, yay, go to jail. You know, she needs to sit down, honestly. But would I be happy? Like, praise God, no, because nobody wants to go to jail, right? But I do think you should be in jail when you out here on the streets fucking up and causing havoc, right? But she needs mental support, in my opinion. So I would love to see her locked up in a mental institute. Okay, that's my opinion on that.
think that she's a great speaker. I don't know if I believe or understand everything. However, there may be some truth to what she's saying. So at the end of the day, I think that Jaguar really should use her voice in a way that she can be an asset to herself. You know, I think a lot of she has the people's attention right now. And I think that, you know, being so fearless in stating these things, for her sake, I hope there is some truth to it, because if not, people are going to continuously look at her as being crazy. And my thing is this:
facts.
If she is crazy, or
let me just jump in here. Where are the receipts? If I was to say right now, come next year, Diddy gonna be locked up. The trial gonna start next year. And then the trial starts next year. Now, I don't provide no proof, but I say this, and I tell you it's going to start next year, midsummer. The trial start next year, midsummer. First of all, that wasn't because I'm a truth teller with this intel. It's because you can just see where this is headed. So it's safe to assume he might be headed to trial next year. Although it could take years, it's safe to assume a trial is coming. No receipts. She don't drop a videotape. She don't drop a screenshot. Again, we've seen her with celebs and pictures, as she should. She was on Song Cry or what have you. So she was around the people. She should have some fan photos. Okay? But those aren't receipts just because she was at certain events for a certain amount of time, because that wasn't like 1,500 years worth of her being around celebs. She had her moment. She got kicked out. And she ain't been around nobody since then. Okay? So she's not in these rooms. Again, if you are in these rooms, make her provide a receipt. Make her provide a receipt before we drop it as facts. What she said about Diddy came true. What Wendy Williams told her years ago about what Diddy did came true. Because Wendy Williams definitely was one of the pioneers that called Diddy out. And I hate that she's not in her mental faculties to even enjoy the fruits that are coming to fruition of what she gave commentary on. She even got fired. Okay. And yes, I believe he did at some point. Maybe they made up for TV or was cordial. She interviewed him again, but this would have been something for her to see.
Or bipolar or schizophrenic, I honestly feel bad for her. Because if that is the case and she's not properly medicating, she's going to continuously find herself in these situations, and it's an unfortunate situation. I don't like to see anybody with mental illness, if that's the case, spiraling out or not taking their medicine, because it just becomes a detriment to the life and their people that are around them, you know? So I'm hoping that she does get well. I'm hoping that she does get better, if that is the case. And I'm also hoping for her sake that, hey, she sees this as a moment to where it's like, all right, I'm going to get my life on the right track. I'm going to tie up these loose ends. Because to me, this doesn't feel like a surprise. I feel like in her mind, she knew, apparently,
she did.
At some point, she was going to be.
Even when she was online, there's no warrant for me. She denied. She knew it was. And I think she felt it was something light. And I think in her mind, it's not a warrant. It's something light. Because when you went to the website to look for her being most wanted, you couldn't pull her up at one point. However, on the Facebook of the website, Grand Prairie, it was Biggest Day. They had posted it. She was wanted, right? So her acting like she wasn't wanted, she knew. She's not crazy, but she needs to she doesn't like that other people one-ups her a lot on her business. And so they put it out first before her. It's like, oh, it's a lie. Like, she's stuck with the lie that her mother wasn't deceased. When she sat up on live stream and said that her family messaged her on Facebook Messenger and told her. Then she turned around, well, I ain't seen nobody. It was explained to her that because they're cremating her, they had to do an autopsy. In Florida, I think the rules are different. You can't just go ahead and cremate the person and move forward. They had to wait, and then they could move forward. She sat up there and had access to phones and everything where she could have reached out to find out about whether her mother was truly deceased, but she didn't. It's crazy how she took her family's word when she made that video, like with flames or something, then turn around, it's not true. And she wanted to make it a storyline of not being true because she know her followers who don't use their critical thinking, don't use their brain. Yeah, they're lying to Jag. Her mom is dead. Shame on them. Instead of, why would her family lie to her in the first place? Because they could have actually kept it from her. The fact that they gave her the courtesy to call and tell her, okay, because me personally, I'm going to tell you nothing. The way she clowned her family, she would have got it. She would have found it on the news through Facebook or whatever before she would have found it from me, because I would have never told her. It's some things family do. It just would have been, oh my God, how do you keep her? You just would have knew. But that was crazy to say her mother wasn't passed on, and she knew she was and had access to verify it, right? And then thought that she was just going to go collect the body. She was going to run things. No, you how was that possible when she dragged her family? You know, so she's not dumb. You know, she has stupid ways and activities, but she's not dumb. Okay.
You know, it was gonna catch up with her. Now she's saying that she had a huge interview coming up, and the industry is trying to stop her and stop her interview from coming up, and trying to stop her from talking. I don't know how true that is, but apparently, you know, she talks a lot. She has a lot to say about a lot of people. I mean, she leaves no stone unturned when it comes to this celebrity culture, when it comes to Jay-Z, Mary J. Blige, Diddy, Nicki Minaj, Jamie Foxx. I mean, the list goes on. And we were here to really get into it and really get into everything. But as soon as I was going to, you know, make the call for round 2, I find out that she's locked up. So at this point, we don't know. We can only hope the best for Jaguar. And maybe when she gets out, she'll be able to tell our story. But I do think it's an unfortunate situation that she's gone through so much. She's seen so much. She's actually experienced loss. And she's been in situations and relationships and friendships to where everything has went awry. And at some point, everything has become content. So I'm hoping that, you know.
And everything is content because she said it's content. She definitely said everything is content. No one made it content because they just felt like calling stuff content. She said it was content. So she wants to be content. She wants people to talk about her, yet she gets on, don't talk about me. But she said everything is content. She records every single conversation. She said out her own mouth, every conversation she has with anybody is recorded. I wonder, has Armon heard her say that? If he hasn't, well, she said it. It's out there on video. I can't remember if I have it on my video, but if she did, and I feel she's recorded everything that while she was with Armon, I firmly believe that if they should fall out at any point, she is going to release some recordings of some things that she has heard that she might deem juicy or gossipy about Armon to tarnish him and make him out to be the bad guy. Definitely, especially if this particular video don't land for her, she may try to expose him. My thing is, people don't think that you're recording them, so they talk freely. If Jaguar was online, she was on live, as a matter of fact, while they were preparing, because she was eating some fruit or something, I can't remember. He could have been over there on the phone talking cash shit about anybody or whatever his personal business is, because he was in a safe space in his own place around his people, and making an assumption people aren't just recording your personal conversations. Time will tell if anything Armon said or any of his crew or staff or anyone there said, it'll come out, because she 99.9% recorded her entire stay with there. It's audio of all of it, and every phone call they might have had, audio of it, because she doesn't respect boundaries. She doesn't respect privacy, and she will try to tell you it's for her safety. Armon wasn't trying to murder her. He wanted to do an interview, and he did. But we shall see.
At some point, she gets the right people around her, the people that can talk to her, the people that she will listen to, the people that she respects, so that then they can really get her on the right foot, so that she is able to navigate and be successful and prosperous. Because as we know, in this business, she is viral, millions upon millions and millions upon millions of views. Thanks. You know, talking about celebrities and talking about the industry and talking about the ins and outs. And a lot of people don't like that. So when you want, and it's a tough place, because when you actually want to be a recording artist, how are you talking about your peers in such a vulgar way and then think that you can be amongst them? I don't know if
listen, I don't know if we need to run that back, But that is the truth. Now, she's made it known she doesn't want to get back in the industry. But if she's getting back to making serious music, some of the industry intermingles, because one producer might know the producer that's in the industry knee deep in this, that, and the third, the mix and masters and all of that. They may not want their reputation around Jag for the things she said to fuck up their bag with somebody in the industry that they work with, right? You have been dragging your peers who possibly you might work with on some level, and even indirectly. In that industry, you can be 7 degrees separated. And people are like, oh, wait, you was with Jet. No. When you done with her assignment, call me. And then they may not trust you. Right? So it is a bad place to be in when you're trying to revamp your career and start your singing back over or what have you. Personally, I think she needs to find someone, and I'm not in the industry. This is just my thoughts on what I would do. A mix and master or Fiverr. Get somebody who don't got no connections to the industry. A young person coming out of college, find one of those colleges. Get you a young person from there. Pay them to mix and match and do the process of uploading it herself to Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple, things of that nature. And charging, what do they charge? $1.29 or $1.99 or something, and making her money where it's that way. That's just my thoughts, because the industry, she is blackballed and continuously being blackballed. Yes, we saw her with Tiffany Haddish. Tiffany Haddish got one foot in the blackball toilet too. Drunk driving. What's that case? Oh my God, I drew a blank. The sexual assault case, her in Aries or something. She out here on some mess too. So she not like this credible person, right? I mean, she's credible to some degree, but baby, that girl, okay. But yeah, he made a very valid point. How are you dragging your peers, and you quite possibly want to get back into the industry? And like I said, not fully, because she did say she don't want to go back to the industry, but paths cross. A friend of a friend that knows somebody, it crossed. It's going to be very hard. She's done and said so much.
I feel as though Jaguar does have the ability to have a successful career in the music industry, because she has came against so many powerful people that hold stake and weight in the music industry. So I don't know what the future looks like for Jaguar Wright. I'm hoping that it's something where she can live wholesome. She doesn't have to keep traveling and moving from city to city and state to state. I'm hoping she'll find herself in a place where she can be content. I'm hoping that she finds herself in a place where, hey, if she is schizophrenic, bipolar, whatever, she's medicated so that she can move on, because Jaguar Wright is of a particular age, or she just gets the mind enough to, start her own podcast and, make sure her legal's in order if she's going to be bashing and dragging celebrities.
Point. Again, she gets on social media and she says the most outlandish shit and get kicked off social media. Don't forget, she told someone, another YouTuber, that they needed to be Cassie. And what happened to Cassie? She was raped, abused. And she said another YouTuber needed to be Cassie. Another YouTuber here's one for you, Diddy. That's not funny. She uses she weaponizes it. We've heard it. It's documented. It's recorded. So you want to get on your platform and you want to make those kind of remarks. Weaponizing sexual assault in any kind of way is inappropriate. It's disgusting. It's not what a woman or man should do, but she does it as get back. So starting her a podcast where she can make money, a podcast on Spotify, Podbean. There are a ton of places she could do a podcast on. She could even get paid off of Instagram. Instagram pay you. I don't see anything on Instagram paying her. Like, they give you stars. She could have a membership. It's on Facebook. She could do Facebook Lives. They do pay. TikTok is sensitive. They will kick you off and ban you in a second. He said he wants this for her to get stable. People notice she lived pillar to post. That's not stability. And how do you produce business moves and you're not in a stable place? And I know you say, well, a lot of people travel and they have that. Yes, but they have that money, okay, to have them traveling and hop on a jet and turn back in an hour's notice, right? She doesn't have that ability just yet. Could it be coming? Possibly. So far, not. Okay. But people do want to see Jag win. But do Jag want to see Jag win? Jag want to see the internet listen to her tell stories about superstars. You know what I'm saying? I'm not giving her credit for Cassie and Diddy because that's already been said. It was bound to come out at some point. I give credit for Cassie for telling her story. Okay. Diddy, he's always been being exposed. Since I was a child, I remember him being exposed, like at 12. Okay. So, you know, what she exposed was nothing but rewashed and rinsed information. However, it came true. Okay, that's fair. But it wasn't because she was the whistleblower. You know what I'm saying? But let's finish.
Unapologetically and very controversial, you know, because it's a very dangerous game when you're out here trashing and dragging people and then you don't really have a lot of support. Now, people were saying for me, oh, you need to bail her out. You need to do, first of all, there is no bond. Second of all, I'm not bailing nobody out because that's not my business.
Oh, now mind you, this is when she got locked up. I'm here for keeping it real. That's not my business to bail you out. That's your business to bail you out. Come on, Armon.
Okay. We did an interview. I don't know what the goings on is with Jaguar Wright and what she has going on. All I can do is wish her the best from a distance. I'm here if she needs to call me, but I'm not here for no money.
I'm wishing her the best from a distance, and I'm not here for no money. Baby, he looked dead in that camera and gave you that face. It's interesting how people feel just because she was on their platform or you do content on them and got views, or people super chatted you because they enjoyed the content, or people cashed up you because they enjoyed your commentary on it, that you owe her money. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. It's not a good gesture. It's the right thing to do. It's not. It's my commentary. It's my channel, my YouTube channel. It's his platform. It's the other person's platform that they're the conversation. They earn whatever YouTube money they got. Cash App money they got. Whatever. It's earned. YouTube ads going across. I qualify for YouTube ads on a video. If she don't qualify for YouTube ads, that's nothing. I am here for the realness.
You get what I'm saying? I don't have a problem with her. We did some work together. It was a great interview. I would love to sit down and interview her again. But the onus is not on me to make sure that Jaguar Wright is doing the things that she needs to do to be a free woman. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, listen. And people really feel that other people are responsible for her. That ain't his onus. That's not nobody's onus. She needs to do the things so she don't get warrants. She needs to do the things to stay out of jail. Are y'all subscribers sending her money to help? Did y'all super chat, cash app, send money to Joker, anybody to get her out? Good for you. Good job. That's you. That's your business and your money. But you can't tell people how to do anything but their money. Armon is business orientated. It's a business venture, a business hookup. And I think in some parts of the interview, because I caught some of it, he was like, I don't believe you, Jad. And he did these things, in my opinion, to protect his platform. He's not going to sit up and let her trash these superstars and not speak up and say, I don't believe that's true. Where the receipt? Okay. He let her rock out, but he didn't let her fully just go crazy. Okay. Hold on. He didn't let her fully just go crazy on his platform, but I enjoyed him being straightforward about what it is.
We are not friends.
Let me pause it again. Listen, we are not friends. And if you're upset about me pausing, stay upset. When you use other people's commentary to give your commentary on or reaction videos I'm doing, in order to fall within the fair use guidelines, you have to provide commentary and talk about what's being said. I'm not going to play his video because you can go to his channel and watch it. I wanted y'all to watch it with me, listen to my commentary, and give me your thoughts and see what we think about it, okay? So if I see anybody in my comments talking crazy to me, while you keep stopping it, I'm going to delete and block the comment. You will be blocked off my channel. This is what fair use commentary is. Watch it and talk about it. But I love that. We are not friends. Everybody platform that she goes on, she's not their friend. It's there to discuss what she talks about, have some feedback, and go. I like that. And it's not that it's I'm glad he's not her friend. I'm glad he's being honest about it. We're not friends. We just viral. And here we are. I'm gonna get my coin. Whatever coin, I don't know if he gave her some money, okay? But he definitely got his coin, okay? And business is business. When you learn to keep stuff business, it would probably leave a lot more issues off the table. Let's continue.
We did a collaboration together. It was great. It was cool. But I don't know. You know, she sat here, we talked. It was a great interview. She felt like, to me, she seemed like she was in a very good place. She was very confident where she stood. She seemed very happy. So to see her 2 days later locked up, I know a lot of people are like, dang, you did that explosive interview. You were saying all this stuff and now you're in jail. But at the same time, this is a part of the storyline. And this is what people really want to see from her. You know what I mean? And a piece of me thinks that, you know, Jag knows how to use all of this as content and move around. Once she first got on the scene, she bursted in, you know,
not him saying it's part of the storyline, it's part of the content, because that it is what it is. It's content. Now, is her getting locked up a storyline? That's in the streets too, that it was done as a storyline. Some people feel that's a reach. Some people agree. Let me know down in the comments. What are your thoughts? Do you feel it's a storyline? Either way, she got locked up. That's the facts. That ain't a storyline. She did get locked up. Did she get locked up to create more storylines? Let me know if you feel the same way.
Talking about Summer Walker and Common and Tiffany Haddish and all these things. So she knows how to keep her name going through the algorithm, and people are eating it up. And, you know, it makes for interesting conversation. I'm actually here to see how long this goes and what she does with it. Now, Jaguar Wright is saying that she's coming for the industry and she's coming for anybody that has been trying to sabotage her. And she's been saying that for quite some time now. I'm just trying to figure out how she's going to be able to do that if she is not on stable ground. In order for Jaguar Wright to really make a difference and really get people back, because a lot of people honestly right now are just laughing at her. She's got to get on stable ground.
Listen, the realest conversation I've heard in a long time. The internet is laughing at her, not with her. She is a clown on this internet. They are laughing at her. They hop on this internet. We watch these streets. We look at her. We in the bushes. We coming down because sometimes you get in the comments, you get blocked. I have never commented in her chat. I've always just watched from the bushes. In my face. Ooh, girl. And the internet is clowning her. And of course she has those that support her. But she is a kiki and a joke. And that's why she gets roasted half the time. But also she says things and people will roast her back. Like, I really cannot tolerate the way she weaponizes and uses sexual assault as a joke or as a diss to someone. That is so disgusting to me when she does that. I mean, it just is, ooh, you know what I'm saying? But I see a lot of women that laugh at it. They think it's funny. And I'm like, y'all probably have somebody in your family that's been assaulted, abused, and y'all laughing with Jaguar just to be in the in crowd. No one wants to hold her accountable, except 50% of the people that I do see holding her accountable for that. If she's not stable income, not paid in spurts, because I don't think anyone trusts her enough to say, I'm just throwing out a figure. Here's 10 grand. You owe us 10 interviews once a week, okay, for 1 hour. And here's your money. And then 90 days, you know what I'm saying? But that's not stability. Those are like furlough payments. Here's this, here's a thought. She needs guaranteed money. Like she gotta have it. She gotta have an address. How do you conduct business? How does she get mail? How would she get her contracts? I know you can do this stuff through the email. They got DocuSign. A lot of stuff is virtual, but you still need an address. What if people want to send her products and have them sponsor? And who would trust her with the product to have her sponsor it? Like, she has to build up trust out here. Armon was preaching, baby. He was giving us a whole sermon when he did his video. I think he did it yesterday or the day before.
And stay with people around her and really try to level up. And with that being said, she may have to disappear for a while and kind of do a little bit of a rebrand, because I mean, for the years that I've known of Jaguar Wright, she's been a very controversial person. She's been in and out of different relationships. And I've never really seen a single Jaguar Wright just kind of focusing on herself and focus on building her craft. She's either always under some man or a woman or another man, and it's always somebody that has a girlfriend or a wife or a side chick. And it's just like,
is he lying? Is he lying? He said what he's known of her. He's not lying. That is her reputation out here. It just is what it is. A rebrand is definitely needed. But how do you rebrand and you're not stable?
I don't know how she continues to find herself in these situations. So I'm hoping that she finds her way out of this. But as of right now, Jaguar Wright has been locked up, and we don't know when she's getting out.
Again, this is recorded after he actually dropped this video, like hours after she had got out. Because a lot of things happen. You record stuff, by the time you edit it, something new has happened. So that's how my video actually was. It was like hours late, but I had already recorded it, edited it, and put it up. She had already been released. So that's why he's saying that, okay?
If there's a bond, because she's considered a flight risk and a lot of different things. So at the end of the day, all we can do is pray, hope for the best. And maybe when she gets out, she'll let us know what's going on and how it all went down. But I just want to update you guys all on what's going on.
So that is it for his commentary and everything. I thoroughly enjoyed that interview, his synopsis on Jaguar. Enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts. What did you think? Do you feel he nailed some things? Do you feel he was way off base? And also let me know, did you watch the interview? Because I haven't watched it. I need to finish it up, which I will. And with that being said, I think we're done. Yeah, I think I'm out of here. So I will see you guys on the next one.